Hi, you guys. My name is Faye, and I need a vacation, and I think you do too. So let's distract ourselves with somebody else's mess. Usually, we talk about reality shows on this channel. We do a lot of the Real Housewives, but today I was on my couch, like literally, I was just about to go to bed. So, excuse the hair, excuse the lighting, excuse everything. But I opened Twitter, and what did I see? Mugshots of Wendy Osefo, Dr. Wendy Osefo from the Real Housewives of Potomac and her husband. Like, when I tell you, like, I am shocked, flabbergasted, like, speechless. Like, what is going on? Not Dr. Wendy, not I got 4 degrees, not like professor of Johns Hopkins, like not the Dr. Wendy who's married to a lawyer. Surely not the couple with like 3 or 4 children who are younger. Like what the hell? Like I cannot. So let's get into it. Like I only saw the mugshot and I looked online. I saw a lot of articles and a few headlines. I also saw some people on YouTube that I follow, love them. They were going through the court records. We're not going to do that. We're going to go through 2 of the articles I found that look kind of promising, and I'm going to react to it like in real time. Let's get into it. Like what is going on here? So the first article I'm going to be reading from was written by Kate Arthur for Variety, and it was published on the 10th of October at 1:01 p.m. Pacific time. So let's see. It says Real Housewives star Wendy Osefo indicted for fraud. Oh my God. Like, is this another Teresa Giudice situation? Bravo pulls her wife swap episode in response. Like, I mean, Bravo usually supports their housewives, so I'm a little shocked to see this. The Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osefo and her husband, Eddie Osefo, were indicted on October 9 in Carroll County, Maryland, on multiple charges of fraud. Wow. Following the news of the arrest, Bravo pushed the series premiere of Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition, to October 21st. It was scheduled for October the 14th. Yes, I remember. I saw a trailer for that show. It actually looked quite interesting. They're just saying stuff about that show. Oh, Wendy gave a statement. Okay. A spokesperson for Wendy Osefo emailed a statement to Variety. This is a statement. Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, so there's an outpour of concern and support for fraud? Okay. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. Okay. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and the legal process ahead. Well, you're not going to get privacy. Sorry, but you signed that away when you signed up for the Real Housewives. TMZ was the first to report that the Osefos have been arrested on insurance fraud charges. According to court documents from Carroll County, Maryland, obtained by Variety, the charges allege that the Osefos falsely claimed to have been burglarized in April 2024 and that items from their home were stolen, designer bags and jewelry. They then submitted three separate insurance claims estimating that $450,000 worth of goods had been stolen, according to the documents. Wow. So you're telling me they actually just lied and said they were burglarized and then sat there and said $450,000 worth of luxury goods were stolen? Like, are you serious? Like, are they okay? Like, they have children. She's a professor. I mean, she was a professor. She has a doctorate. He's a lawyer. Like, shouldn't they know better? I mean, like, he's a lawyer. Like, oh my God. Like honestly, if that were me, I couldn't sleep. Like, I wouldn't be able to just even breathe. Like, I would have such anxiety. I would be looking over my shoulder constantly, like, to come up with a scheme like that. This is truly a scheme that Top set up to come to us with the BS. Like, wow. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be reading. Let's continue. Wow. Wow. And to think that poor Dorit from Beverly Hills has been accused of staging her burglary, and she was traumatized. And everyone was saying, and is still saying, she set that up. And here you have Dr. Wendy Osefo and attorney Eddie Osefo actually doing it. Like, oh my God, I cannot. They were indicted on slightly different charges. Wendy Osefo was indicted on 7 counts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of conspiracy insurance fraud, and 1 count of false statement to a police officer. Totally 16 charges. Eddie Osefo was indicted on 18 total counts with 1 extra count each on the insurance fraud and the conspiracy insurance fraud charges. Like, that is insane, like crazy. Investigators appear to have been suspicious from the start of the burglary that the Osefos reported on April 7, 2024. The Osefos have been in Jamaica and claim to have returned home to find their bedroom and both closets to be ransacked. Their ADT alarm hadn't gone off and the Ring camera hadn't detected anything. Wow, like they did a terrible job of setting this up. Like, if they truly did do this, like, that's awful. They should have, I don't know, hired some people to set off the cameras or something, like move in front of the Ring camera. I'm sorry, this is not funny. Later, investigators determined that numerous items that the Osefos claimed were stolen had been purchased, then returned to the store where full refund was provided prior to the alleged burglary. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. This is so bad. Like, how can 2 supposedly highly intelligent people be so dumb? Like, they literally returned the items to the store and then filed the report. Like, instead of like, and I would never do anything like this, but I've watched enough TV, I've watched enough movies to know that, like, they should have just went like on the black market or somewhere. Like, they should have pawned those items or found like someone to sell those items from their trunk, or like do something. Like, I mean, there are people who rob entire luxury boutiques and they fence the stuff. Like, why didn't you like contact one of those people? But you're gonna go to Bergdorf's and like return it? Like, oh my God. And then file that claim? Ciao. Wow. Wow. And saw that Wendy Osefo posted a photo on April 27, 2024, wearing a ring she claimed had been stolen in the robbery. Like, it has to be arrogance. Like, it has to be arrogance. I can't, I cannot. Wow. In a press conference called by the Carroll County Sheriff's Office on Friday afternoon, Sheriff James T. DeWeese detailed the charges and then took questions. DeWeese, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, was asked whether Osefo's status as a reality star affected the investigation. And he said, "I don't care if she's a real housewife, fake housewife, or whatever she is. We would handle it the same way regardless of who she was." Okay, no sympathy points, I see. Could actually be a liability for her in the end. We'll see. So let's see what else this article says. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I know you guys have stuff to do. The Osefos married in 2011 and have 3 children. Okay, then the rest is just about Karen Huger. Let's go to the second article and see if there is any new information. So this article is from Us Weekly. That was written by Justin Harp and Ryan Nauman. Hope I'm saying that correctly. It was published on October 10th, which is today, obviously. The headline says, "Breaking Down RHOP star Wendy Osefo and husband Eddie Osefo's arrest for fraud, what we know." So let's see what we don't know, because we read a little bit. The case centered around missing personal items, including designer handbags, jewelry, and Wendy's gold diamond anniversary band. Wow. Like, not only are you lying and like defrauding an insurance agency, like you're doing it using your anniversary band, like something that has like emotional meaning attached to it. Investigators from the Carroll County Sheriff's Office in Maryland developed suspicions about many of the high-value items that Osefos claimed were missing, with a subsequent investigation reportedly determining that the reality stars were burdened by substantial debt prior to reporting the home burglary. That, like, how can that be? I mean, she had a really, really good job as a tenured professor, and she only quit that, last season? And he is a lawyer. Like, lawyers make a lot of money, And then I remember when, like, they started Happy Eddie, she was at the reunion saying that it sold so much. Like, their profit was huge. It was in the millions, if I believe correctly. How could they have been in substantial debt? I wish there was more on that, honestly. They were released from custody on October 10th after each paying a $50,000 bond. Well, at least they're home with their children, and their lawyers. A search and seizure warrant was executed for Wendy and Eddie's home on the same day as their arrest. Okay. What else does it say? Okay, so they're writing more about why the investigators were suspicious. So it says a police report mentioned that officers found a screen with damage laying on the roof, but noted that the window itself was not locked. To go in or out of that window, one has to step on the toilet. The toilet lid was down and had no debris on it, the police stated. When sheriff's office personnel stepped onto the roof and back into the home, they tracked roof grit back inside. The Osefos had an ADT system and a Ring camera. Like I said before, like, just sloppily done. Police determined that the Osefos activated the ADT alarm system before they left on vacation, though there was no motion detected inside the residence during their trip. Oh my God, like, I just saw like a closer picture of Eddie's mugshot. Let's talk about that. Eddie looks high out of his mind. Like, sorry to this man. I don't want to assume or allege anything. This is purely my opinion. If you look at the picture, he looks high out of his mind. Like, look. Like, does this not look super high to you? Look at the eyes. And Wendy, ooh, that smile, like, this is not a flattering photo. Okay, so let's keep going, guys. Eddie later gave 2 statements as part of an insurance investigation where he denied any of the missing items have been returned. He was asked if he had other insurance, but failed to disclose to Homesite and Jewelers that he was also making a claim with Travelers Insurance, police noted. Okay, so I don't know, like, that. I mean, if you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe that's an oversight. Both Osefos signed statements claiming $2,500 for the building and $450,000 in property. Okay, they're talking about the damages. I wonder what they're claiming about the building when nothing was wrong with the building. In his initial claim with Travelers Insurance Company on April 8th, 2024, Eddie reported that he and Wendy were both wearing their anniversary bands when the robbery allegedly occurred. 2 days later, Eddie called the insurance company to ask about updating his claim because Wendy's gold diamond anniversary band was actually missing. Travelers settled the claim that same day for $25,380, including $4,500 for the price of a replacement band. Wow. So allegedly they staged this whole burglary, did fraudulent reports to several insurance companies, and then had the gall to update the claim and add some more stuff on there. Wow. Wendy, on April 11th, 2024, Wendy and Eddie both submitted letters to Jewelers Mutual Insurance alleging that 57 items were stolen in a home burglary. Wow. Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but like 57 items, that's a large number to just come up with and just lie about. Okay, they're also talking about the items that allegedly the Osefos had returned before the robbery even occurred. So, for example, police used evidence from store records, social media posts, and email history to reportedly confirm that a $1,450 Dior shirt that was reported missing was returned to a store on January 14th, 2023 for a refund, while a Gucci leather wallet bought in 2018 was returned 2 weeks later for a refund of $948.70. Wow, that's crazy. Elsewhere, detectives obtained an email that Eddie allegedly sent to Wendy 5 days after the reported burglary with a full list of items supposedly missing from their home. He asked if there were any additional high-value items we can add to this inventory listing, i.e. Chanel shoes, etc. I'm trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum, he added in the email. Like, this is so crazy, like, to put that in writing. They're married, they live in the same home, and he wrote her an email where he said, I'm just trying to add some items in there so we can exceed the policy. Like, when police issued an arrest warrant for the Osefos in October 2025, they simultaneously conducted a search and seizure raid at their home. Investigators said they recovered at least 15 items that were allegedly stolen during the burglary. The investigation revealed the Osefos to be burdened by substantial debt, police noted. I mean, if you, again, were to give them the benefit of the doubt, you could say maybe they have so many things that they just misplaced those 15 items and they just turned up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Wow. This is crazy. So that's the article. I mean, like, I don't have too much more to say. I don't even know. Like, at this point, I would not be surprised if they actually did commit insurance fraud, because literally, like, the police found evidence of them buying and then returning items to the store that were then claimed stolen, and then they found other items that were actually still in the home. Like, and then the email to me is like one of the most incriminating things, and a security system that wasn't activated, the toilet seat that wasn't dirty. It just does not look good. It does not look good for Dr. Wendy and Mr. Eddie Osefo. Like, wow. Like, and to think the new season of Potomac has just started. Like, how are we gonna watch all this? Like, how are we gonna take Wendy seriously? How are we gonna like, just pretend that she's not about to be behind bars? Like, I don't know. Can you go to jail for that? I don't want to be ignorant. Let me just Google really quickly. Can you go to jail for insurance fraud? Oh, wow. It says insurance fraud is a felony. Like, oh my God, you guys, they could literally go to prison. They could go to prison. They allegedly risked their freedom and like their entire family and their lives and livelihoods. And they knew, like, oh my God, you guys, we'll see. Like, I don't know, but this is so crazy. Please let me know what you think. If you would like to see my opinion, like, comment, and subscribe. I would be so happy. I'm reviewing the Real Housewives of Orange County, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I did Next Gen NYC, and I may be reviewing the Real Housewives of Potomac, but I have to see, like, I have to catch up. I didn't watch last season, so I'm like in the process of catching up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you on our next vacation, and until then, have a good day. Bye.